And with a holiday weekend comes a lot of barbecues.
It does.
Having a lot of fun. We want you to have fun. And if you consume adult beverages, we want you to be safe. So here is a message from Sergeant Steve Gaskins on how we can all avoid driving while intoxicated during this holiday weekend.
Hello, Rays fans, and happy Memorial Day weekend. I'm joined here by Sergeant Steve Gaskin of the Florida Highway Patrol to discuss impaired driving in our community. My first question for you is, what are some of the impacts that impaired driving has on our community daily?
Obviously, we have the crashes that result in a lot of property damage, people getting injured, people getting killed. That leads to a huge economic impact. On average, for the last year that statistics are available for the financial cost, you're looking at $240-some billion that traffic crashes result in economic impacts to our society across the country. 44 billion of that is impaired driving related. So you can see that it's a huge cost economically, people losing their jobs, being out of work, injured, killed. You know, no one wants to lose a loved one for something that's so preventable.
Could you speak to the effects of texting and driving as well?
A lot of the same driving behaviors that we see on the highways with impaired drivers, we also see with drivers that are distracted. Not just the texting, but there's all kinds of different distractions, but the cell phones especially. We've had technology enter and invade our vehicles. We're getting more and more distracted as we're driving. So an impaired driver, a distracted driver, you know, those are all very dangerous situations. We see a lot of crashes, we see a lot of injuries, and a lot of deaths as a result of both issues.
Impaired and distracted can be one and the same. Could you tell us a bit about the consequences of a DUI?
Well, you're looking at, for the offender, that is, you're looking at jail time, prison time, depending on the severity of the crash, the injuries to the other person. You know, DUI manslaughter cases, we make those all the time here in Florida. And you're looking at several years in prison, legal costs. Even for a basic DUI, you're looking at anywhere from $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to represent yourself effectively in courts.
Planning ahead is a key thing here. So what would be some good pointers for folks who are going out this holiday weekend to plan ahead?
Make sure the plan is in place before you start the partying, before you hit the beach, hit the boats, before you go out to a nightclub, for example. Make sure you have a plan in place already to get yourself home safely. Again, encourage people to have the party at home where you don't have to mix the drinking and the driving. Make sure that a designated driver, and that's the one that doesn't drink anything, not the least, but anything. The ride-sharing opportunities, especially in our metro areas, the Miamis, the Orlandos, the Tampas, there's so many ride-sharing opportunities out there. There's no reason for someone not to get home safe.
Thank you, Sergeant Gaskin, for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you to Sergeant Gaskins and our own Jeremy Taché for that interview. We want you to have fun this weekend. If you consume adult beverages, there's a lot of options. Uber, Lyft, a designated driver. Doug, what are you going to do this weekend?